So within the four most recent Call of Duties, we've always seen a system of supply drops or microtransactions ever since it originated in Advanced Warfare, and Sledgehammer Games made Advanced Warfare, so it's interesting to see what they're going to do this year with their supply drop system and how they're going to innovate that into a World War II Call of Duty. Before we start the video, if you want to enter this month's giveaway on the channel, all you have to do is leave a like in the video down below, be subscribed to the channel, and leave a comment on the video down below, something relevant to the video as well as you've liked the video. If you do this on multiple videos or more videos you do it on, the better chances and odds increase of you winning the giveaway. Good luck. So the very first thing I want to mention about Sledgehammer supply drops in this video is if you hop on right now, you get this, the MP40 Afterburn for completely free in the very next supply drop you open, which is a World War II weapon in itself. Just thought it was a bit of a coincidence, you know, World War II weapon, free, supply drop, no multiplayer trailer yet for World War II, this year's Call of Duty. So that's what we're going to be talking about, like I mentioned before, Call of Duty World War II supply drops. Before we get into the main prospect and topic of the video and the nitty gritty detail that I kind of want to go into with you guys and analyse supply drops overall and kind of work out what system would work best from what we've already seen with supply drops in Call of Duty but implemented in World War II. The gameplay in the background is a Switch World War II weapon, every kill DNA bomb. As you can see, I've just picked up the STG-44 Relic, and both of these World War II weapons are the legendary variants. I mean, I can't get it any more correlated to the topic of today's video than I've currently got in the gameplay in the background. I just tried that for you guys. So yeah, supply drops originating in the game that you're seeing gameplay of in the background of this video, Advanced Warfare. Now, first of all, we just want to observe the innovative kind of steps that Sledgehammer Games took at this time when creating their first ever Call of Duty title, which is Advanced Warfare. They not only had supply drops, which was game breaking for the microtransaction part, which will never now leave the franchise because of the amount of money it makes, which is why we're 99% sure we're going to be seeing them in World War II. They also implemented skill-based matchmaking, a new movement system, a new ability system, and overall just changed the game up entirely with what they had in supply drops, which was weapon variants. Usually games, if they're going into the microtransaction department of adding it into their franchise, like Call of Duty kind of did, they would usually do the opposite to what Sledgehammer Games did and only add cosmetics. So, say for an example, they could have just taken the Modern Warfare Remastered route of adding kits, so your gun actually just looks a little bit different, but that was only the start of Modern Warfare Remastered. Obviously you guys know by now there's DLC weapons, but you get the point. They don't want to stretch everything too much, but the amount of stretch that they made honestly made the franchise into something and took it to a whole new level that everybody's kind of tried to leech off since, like new movement systems, chain-based movement, weapon variants, supply drops, abilities. Honestly, the list goes on, and that's why Advanced Warfare is kind of pinnacle in the franchise for that amount of innovation, whether people like it or don't like it. After Advanced Warfare's yearly life cycle, we went into the newer Call of Duty made by Treyarch that came out in 2015, called Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, this is a lot of people's favourite Call of Duty game, which originally promised only cosmetics in supply drops because we saw them from the launch day, we didn't see them in the beta, which was actually one of the best marketing moves I can definitely identify for Treyarch making anyways, because yes, innovations are going to entail success for a game in Advanced Warfare with the supply drop system, for example. However, backlash is going to be there, but the backlash was big because everybody was like, COD isn't COD anymore, people are only doing YouTube videos of supply drops and not gameplay, and what COD is really COD and is known for, or why it became popular in the first place. So yeah, deterring people away in the beta if they had supply drops would have been a bad move, and originally it wasn't a problem. They only wanted cosmetics in the supply drops, like I said, and David Vonderhaar stated he didn't like them. However, Activision, noting the sales figures of supply drops compared to sales of the game being significantly more with ranged weapons or forms of weapons in supply drops, wanted them in the game and pushed, and now we have DLC weapons, which again is something that everybody likes. We don't have overpowered variants of these, which like we did in Advanced Warfare, which was the main complaint. So yeah, everything is kind of all good. Now then, we branched off into two Call of Duties in the release of end 2016 November, with Infinite Warfare and Modern Warfare Remastered, which, I mean, Infinite Warfare didn't really do anything new, really, to be honest, because they had weapon variants, they had supply drops, they had the COD points, which, I mean, every COD now has COD points because the system, if you buy them on one Call of Duty, they transfer over all Call of Duty. So if you buy them on the wrong COD, believe it or not, you can actually spend Modern Warfare Remastered COD points that you bought on that game on Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 3. I know, it's basically to just encourage you to buy more supply drops. So like I said, Infinite Warfare didn't really do anything different. They had variants, and they had the supply drops which you were open to get weapon variants and were exclusive in supply drops. However, Modern Warfare Remastered took a better route in my opinion, obviously to appeal more to playing the game to be rewarded, because that was originally what Call of Duty Modern Warfare in 2007 was about, and they have the salvage crafting system for every single weapon. Obviously we have that in Infinite Warfare, but we don't have it for every single weapon variant available in the game throughout the base variants and the Mark II variants. It just doesn't happen. So Modern Warfare Remastered, you can actually open supply drops and be rewarded with salvage more and more. If you're getting duplicates, that means the same of what you've already got, which again is a bonus if you're getting a duplicate really, because you can save salvage towards crafting different items in a bundle, 6 or so, and then once you've crafted all 6 in that category, you're rewarded with a said DLC weapon to complement what you've actually been crafting towards. And to be honest, I've ended on Modern Warfare Remastered's note of supply drops because I think it's the most relevant to what we're going to be seeing in World War II, or Call of Duty World War II, or whatever you want to call it. When I say World War II, I mean COD World War II. And the reason for this being is because they need to keep it semi-realistic in Modern Warfare Remastered, because it's a modern, like in the name, Call of Duty. The futuristic CODs like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, they can make any laser weapon or make up any weapon that doesn't exist at the moment and put it in there and get away with it because of the time frame and period it's set around. However, Modern Warfare, they need to keep it semi-realistic because it's a modern era and they need to appeal to what we'd be seeing in a modern era, not too far from the truth, right, or what we would expect. But however, on the other hand, World War II, Glenn Schofield said they're really trying to appeal to that respect perspective on the World War II actually happening in real life by creating everything realistic in their World War II game, which again, it needs to be guns that actually do exist or have existed in that time frame. So whether they start the game off with just a certain amount of weapons that seem a little bit less than other CODs and then add them in throughout the year in supply drops, I don't know really what they're going to do. I mean, yeah, there's cosmetics and stuff, but let's face it, let's look at the truth, right? Ever since supply drops came into the franchise, a Call of Duty has never lasted a year like it would with DLC weapons, having them not in the game. And every COD since then has had DLC weapons. So a cosmetic approach, would it kind of kill off the vibe of supply drops or make people less promoting and advertising the game through streams and stuff? What do you guys think? How do you think they're going to go about supply drops this year with Call of Duty World War II? And that's all I've got for you guys today in this video. So thank you all for watching. Leave a like in the video down below if you enjoyed the concept of it, and let me know in the comments, like I said, what you think the supply drop system is going to entail for us this year in COD 2017. So that's me for now. I'm out. Peace.